from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, October 10th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A fire broke out around 9 o'clock this morning along Route 940 in Foster Township. Foster Township Fire and Freeland firefighters were the first to arrive at 62 Foster Avenue, where smoke was visible at the two-story home. Two individuals were at the residence, one male and one female. Foster Township Fire Chief Mike Spock said that the man was already out of the home, but the woman was dangling out of the second-story window.
She was physically hanging out the second-story window, half in, half out. So we had some citizens there with a little dump truck trying to get her out, and I yelled for the first engine to come in. They grabbed the ladder, put the ladder up on the window alongside of the dump truck, and got her down that way.
The call went to a third alarm around 10 o'clock with fire crews from Luzerne, Carbon, and Schuylkill counties responding, along with members from APTS and the Red Cross.
The other gentleman was outside the house. I saw him in a blanket, so I'm assuming he was still sleeping. They said they started a wood burner, so we're looking at that right now as the culprit of the fire.
The residents were not injured. However, a dog died in this morning's fire in Foster Township. A man is under arrest and charged with attempted homicide. 43-year-old Harold McGurl is charged after allegedly stabbing another man multiple times in Ashland on Saturday. The victim is a 28-year-old man whose name has not been released. McGurl was taken into custody after a brief manhunt. His last known address was in the county prison in Wernersville, suburban Philadelphia. At last word, the victim was getting treatment in a hospital for those stab wounds. Two Berwick men were arrested for heroin distribution in the borough. A search warrant was issued on Friday at 1421 Spring Garden Avenue. The Berwick Police Department took Tyshawn Moranta and Zeth Panensky into custody. Police found 49 bags of heroin, numerous amounts of drug paraphernalia, and over $1,400 at the residence. They also seized an assault rifle and ammunition. Both men were charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, receiving stolen property, among similar charges. Both were taken to the Columbia County Prison for lack of bail. Jury selection gets underway in the wrongful termination trial of former Penn State assistant coach Mike McQueary. He's suing the school for $4 million. Among McQueary's claims is that the school defamed him when then President Graham Spanier vouched for his character of former Vice President Gary Schultz and then Athletic Director Tim Curley, both of whom were charged in the Jerry Sandusky fallout, but did not do the same for McQueary. The trial is in Center County Court in Bellefonte. Testimony is scheduled to get underway next Monday. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump will be at the Mohegan Sun at Casey Plaza tonight. Doors opened at 4 o'clock with Trump scheduled to speak at 7. The Wilkes-Barre Police Department issued a traffic advisory for motorists in the area. Heavy congestion is expected from 2:30 to 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Highland Park will be temporarily closed in both directions from Mundy Street to Interstate 81 immediately following that event. There is just one more day before the deadline to register to vote in this year's general election. Anyone who wants to vote in the November 8th election must register by Tuesday, October 10th, either online by midnight or at the county election office by 4:30 p.m. There are currently 106,975 registered Democrats and 72,428 registered Republicans in Luzerne County. Schuylkill County has over 86,000 residents who are registered to vote. A poll released Sunday shows Democrat Hillary Clinton with a big lead in Pennsylvania. The NBC Martis poll shows Clinton was 49% support, Republican Donald Trump with 37%. Libertarian Gary Johnson has 6. Green Party candidate Jill Stein has 4. It's Clinton's biggest lead yet. She leads big among college-educated voters, 58-32, and in the Philadelphia suburbs, 64-28. Trump is winning several geographic regions of the state, including this area where he leads 49-39. The poll involved 979 registered voters and was taken between Monday and Wednesday of last week. Nestle has initiated a voluntary recall of some of its ice cream products due to the risk of possible listeria. Drumstick Club 16-count variety pack and 24-count vanilla pack have been pulled from the shelves. Equipment on the production line where these products were made tested positive for listeria. No illnesses have been reported to date. Customers are asked to discard any unused portions and return to the store for a full refund. Halloween is right around the corner, and WYLN and Pennies Classified have a special giveaway. You can call 570-459-1869, extension 1110, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. for your chance to win tickets to one of the following: Reaper's Revenge in Scranton, Waldorf Estate of Fear in Lehighton, or Fear Grove in Zions Grove. All you need to do is leave your name and number for a chance to win a pair of tickets to one of these haunted attractions. The winners will be announced Tuesday, October 18th on WYLN's evening and late editions. And as always, good luck. Time now for a first look at our forecast. A sunny but chilly day today in northeastern Pennsylvania to start off our work week. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk is in the Weather Center with all the details. Joe?
Yeah, it definitely was a chilly start to our morning. It's even going to be chillier over the next couple of mornings, but we're going to have some sunshine as we go through the next couple of days. But what about the temperatures? Will they warm up throughout the daytime hours? I'll let you know with the complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. And
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next this weekend, Penn State Hazleton will be hosting Community Day on campus. Plus, it's Medical Monday, and this week, Ting O tells us how to deal with pain management. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Downley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Personal cancer care is close to home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton has been providing radiation therapies to cancer patients for 30 years. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer and need radiation therapy and would like to learn more about our treatments, let our compassionate, experienced team of experts help you. No reason to travel out of town for same services that are only minutes away from your home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton, 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Close to home.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center in the quiet town of Weatherly, Pennsylvania. The Rehab Center offers the highest level of personalized care for your therapy experience. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secure dementia unit in our facility. Weatherwood also offers Medicare-certified home health care services within the community, including therapies, skilled nursing, and certified nursing assistance. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by for a tour. 570-427-8683.
Penn State Hazleton is holding a community day this week in hopes of raising money for next year's Thon. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has the story.
With Penn State's Thon being only 4 months away, students are eager to start raising money. Since 1977, Penn State's annual Thon has raised over $127 million benefiting the Four Diamonds at Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital. Penn State Hazleton will hold a community day on October 16th in order to raise money for next year's Thon, which is being held on February 17th, 18th, and 19th. Chair of Penn State Thon Hazleton, Nicole Rabarczyk, explains what Thon is.
So Thon is the largest student-run philanthropy in the country. It's run by Penn State students, alumni, and any organizations that would like to be a part of Thon. It benefits the patients and families at Hershey Medical Center and the Four Diamonds Foundation. And last year, Thon raised a little bit over $9 million, so that's awesome.
Special Events Coordinator for Penn State Thon Hazleton, Cam Young, explains the activities that will be going on during Community Day.
Some of the events that are going to be held on Community Day benefiting Thon will be our ice cream scoops, which you can come over, get one ice cream scoop, and also make a donation towards Thon.
Assistant Chair for Penn State Thon Hazelton, Kevin Harry, tells us where the group will be canning in the upcoming weeks.
We'll be canning for our second canning weekend. Our first one was very successful, and we hope to make our second one even more successful. For our second canning weekend, it'll be October 28th, 29th, and 30th. We'll be all throughout the community. The 28th will be at the Hazelton area versus Crestwood football game, as well as Dunkin' Donuts on Route 93, right outside campus here. And throughout the weekend, we'll be at Tractor Supply in West Hazelton, and both Hazelton Walmart and Hometown Walmart, as well as Turkey Hill in Humboldt, right off Interstate 81.
Robarchuk says it's all worth it in the end to see how much money is raised to help fight pediatric cancer.
Being out for 46 hours is incredibly hard to do. You get tired, you get the giggles at 4 o'clock in the morning, but it is all worth it in the end when you see the final total at the end of the final 4 hours, and you see all the kids' smiling faces, and you realize why you're there and why you're doing what you're doing.
Community Day will be held on Sunday, October 16th from 12 to 5 here at Penn State Hazelton, and for more information you can visit hazelton.psu.edu. For WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, coming up, it's Medical Monday with Ting O from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Hazelton. Stay tuned.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazelton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazelton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
It's time to find your copy of the Freeland Progress. Look inside for the cemetery adventure featuring local historic cemeteries and a special story about our local anthracite history. The Freeland Progress is free at locations throughout Freeland, Whitehaven, Blakesley, Berwick, Cunningham, Drums, and the Hazelton area.
Sal's Septic Service for cesspools and septic tank cleaning, and Marola's Garage for car and truck inspection and repairs. If it has wheels, Marola's can fix it. Call Sal's Septic and Marola's Garage at 570-956-4782.
Well, we got the chilly air to contend with. It's going to stick around, really not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Some very chilly nights ahead, and we'll get sunshine throughout the daytime hours. We warm things up, 50s and 60s, but that pretty much is about it. But once the sun starts to set, it's going to get downright chilly. In fact, we can even say cold across our area. Here's a look at numbers for the day, and we're only in the 50s. That is about it. We had the sunshine today. Haven't had any precipitation, but despite the sunshine, it really didn't warm things up too much across our area. And even got a bit of a wind out there, and that, of course, will make it feel a little bit cooler than what the actual air temperature indicates. So temperature-wise, for the high today, well, we didn't get too far. We only got up to 54 for the high. Notice that early morning low. Yeah, it was, you didn't even say cold, getting into the 30s. Got down to 36 degrees. And how about that wind gust coming in at 29 miles per hour? So occasionally we get some of those stiff wind gusts out there, and combined out with the chilly temperatures, and it's even making it feel more chilly across our area. No matter where you go throughout the state of Pennsylvania, we really don't have too much warmth. Most areas generally in the 50s. There's a few areas that are still in the 60s. Still in the upper 60s as you head toward Philadelphia. We're about 65 degrees. Elsewhere, like I said, we got 50s, 60s, and a lot of sunshine, limited clouds across our area. But despite the sunshine, really doesn't warm things up too much across our area. And here's a look at those sustained winds. Yeah, a little bit gusty out there, 5, 10, 15, 20 mile per hour winds, and that really doesn't account for the wind gusts that we've been seeing across our area today. Now, here's a look at what we can expect the next couple of days. Waking up tomorrow morning, there's going to be some patchy frost across our area. Notice those temperatures will be dropping down into the 30s tonight and only up into the 50s for tomorrow. 57 degrees will do it. Down to 38 for tomorrow night. And then Wednesday, a mix of sun and clouds. Overall, not looking too bad. Temperatures managing to make it up into the 60s for Wednesday and Thursday. Look at those overnight lows. Yeah, it's going to be kind of cold, you could say, dropping down into the 30s. Friday, 50s is all we're going to do once again, about 54 degrees. Despite all the sunshine, it's really not going to warm things up. Even going into our Saturday, lower 50s, 53 for the high, that's it. In fact, you know, it just is this time of year, October, we can expect this weather. You know, can't rule out still some warm weather. We've already had warm weather October going into November, but those days are becoming limited. But at least we're really not going to have to worry about any precipitation anytime soon. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
This is Count Dracula. Fear Grove is a haunted attraction in Zines Grove. Take the haunted hayride through the fields and the woods and brave the mazes and the sinister shadows. Walk through the maze filled with my sinister creature friends. Be prepared to face your worst fears, especially me, because I will bite your neck at the Grove. 412 Mills Road, Zines Grove.
The Hazleton Chamber of Commerce presents The Tastes of Greater Hazleton, Sunday, October 16th at the Health and Wellness Center in Hazleton from noon until 3. Sample signature dishes and products from a variety of restaurants and area businesses. There will be cooking demonstrations by the Brass Buckle Restaurant, Sand Springs Country Club, and Top of the 80s Restaurant. Tickets are $18 in advance and $20 at the door. Available at hazletonchamber.org, the Chamber office, the standard speaker, and other various participating businesses. Since 2001, Hazleton Imaging has been offering the best care, a staff that is kind and courteous, and a radiologist on site. Hazleton Imaging is less expensive than most hospitals, and they offer self-pay pricing. Call Hazleton Imaging today at 570-501-SCAN.
October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Join me, Erin Harvey, every Tuesday and Thursday for a special series here on WYLN News. I will talk with survivors to hear their stories, along with medical specialists to learn how to treat, beat, and prevent breast cancer.
It's Medical Monday here on WYLN. Today, Tang-O from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Hazleton will be talking pain management. Tang-O, take it away.
So October is National Physical Therapy Month, and with the Physical Therapy and Balance Centers around the country, we're looking to raise awareness of what the role physical therapists can play in managing chronic pain, especially in light of all the problems that you're seeing with opioids, which are pain pills that are being created in the population. 1 in 4 people that take opioids long-term have problems with addictions, and every day over 1,000 people will be treated in an emergency room because of overdoses from opioid, and these are prescription opioids as well. The CDC looked at all this and decided, one of the things that physicians should look at these days is maybe not prescribing as many opioids for people with chronic pain, but what are the alternatives? Because you just can't take people off pain pills and expect them to live a good life. Front and center of the CDC recommendations was actually physical therapy, along with exercise. So, what do physical therapists do for pain? A lot of people may ask. Well, an expert physical therapist that have been trained in body work. We actually have a lot of treatment techniques that can help people get out of pain. Some of the techniques that I've mentioned before and some of the shows that we've done include myofascial releases, myofascial decompression, including cupping that you recently saw in the Olympics, techniques like kinesiology taping, which is used a lot in athletics these days, All these techniques, what they do is they help people loosen tight muscles, which are knots in the body, helps loosen tight joints, and allows them to move better, because what that does is when you have less tension in your body, there's not as much pain signals being fed into your brain. And when you can move better, we can get you to exercise, which is the long-term key in helping people manage pain. For the people out there that have problems with chronic pain and may or may not want to get off some of the narcotics or pain pills that you're taking, consider going to see a physical therapist, because especially when the physical therapist is trained in what we call manual therapies or hands-on treatment techniques like myofascial release and myofascial decompression, we may just surprise you a little bit, because we may be able to get you out of pain. That way we can get you started in an exercise program, and when you start moving, the term is motion is lotion. Movement helps grease the joints and get your muscles going, and when you're able to start moving, it can go a long way in helping manage long-term or chronic pain. So for the month of October, we at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Hazleton are offering everyone a free body cue, which is a full body assessment. You can come into our clinic, just give us a call at 570-501-1808, and we can schedule you to have a look at your musculoskeletal system. We'll have a look at your vision, your hearing, your nervous system, your balance system, and we can detect some of the problems that you may be having. We might be able to help you out. Give us a call.
Call Physical Therapy and Balance Centers for a free 20-minute question and answer session. 501-1808. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, 1324 North Church Street in Hazel Township, or visit them online at hazeltonpt.com.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want, you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Ram Power Days and Jeep Celebration event. Stop in today.
Get ready for a frightening good time from Penny's Classified and WYLN. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1110, and enter your name and phone number to win a pair of tickets to one of these scary Halloween attractions: Reaper's Revenge, Waldorf Estates of Fear, or Fear Grove. 6 winners will be chosen and announced on Tuesday, October 18th on WYLN's Evening Edition at 5:30 p.m. and Late Edition at 10 p.m. Reaper's Revenge, not intended for children under 10.
It's Oktoberger, the sale so big they named a month after it. Only at Burger Mazda, Route 93, Hazleton.
If a 2016 Mazda 3i Sport, lease it for only $175 a month. Or this 2016 Mazda 6i Sport, lease it for only $195 a month. And this 2016 Mazda CX-5 Sport, it's all-wheel drive, lease it for only $205 a month.
It's Oktoberger, the sale so big they named a month after it. Only at Burger Mazda, Route 93, Hazleton.
Burger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible, with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Watch Solo Spaceman, a new animated show on WYLN TV 35 from the mind of artist Wayne Jefferson. Solo Spaceman, Thursdays at 11:30, Saturdays at 4.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming. We're your local network.
And we apologize for those technical difficulties. It's Monday, which brings a new week of high school football. But before jumping into week 8, let's look at our Friday night recap of Hazleton at Scranton. Hazleton still looking for win number 1 this season, and Scranton is standing in their way. First quarter, no score. Quarterback from Scranton, Jacob Watts, stakes the handoff, rolls out and finds a wide open Salem Parson down the field for a 49-yard score to start the game. Hazleton running back Adrian Otero had a big game, and here he uses a nice run to put the Cougars in good field position. Later in that drive, Hazleton going for a score, but Ryan Wilkes' pass is intercepted, and the Cougars will come up short. Next drive for the Cougars, Otero will run into the end zone and get the Cougars on the board. Hazleton would go for 2 and come up short. Scranton's next drive will end with Wolk doing work on the defensive end, picking off a pass and getting a small return. Wolk's pick will set up this option keeper, and Wolk finding space, running into the end zone untouched. 2-point conversion try. Wolk finds Otero in the back corner of the end zone, and the Cougars lead 14-7. Ensuing drive, Watts with the QB sneak, touchdown Knights. They'll miss their 2-point conversion try, and Hazleton leads 14-13. First drive of the second half, Otero scores again, and Hazleton would lead 20-13, but late in the game, the Knights up 27-20. Wolk's pass will get intercepted as the Cougars were going for a score. Scranton gets the win, while Hazleton is still searching for win number 1. Now that we are past week 7, let's fast forward to week 8 and preview our game of the week for this week between Hanover and Crestwood. As always, the game will be broadcast live on WYLN this Friday night at 7 o'clock. This game will be between 2 playoff-bound teams at the moment. Hanover enters the matchup 4-3 this season, and they currently sit as the last team in the district playoffs for Class 3A as the 4th seed. The Hawkeyes started the year 4-1, but lost the last 2 weeks to Class 4A Power Wyoming area and a close battle to Northwest. The Comets are 2-5, but their FCS-bound quarterback will be back this week after missing the last few weeks. Senior Lance Bloss returned last week, and Crestwood's offense came to life, scoring 49 points in their Week 7 victory over Tunkhannock. Last week's win put Crestwood into the Class 4A playoffs as a 7th seed. Both teams are in need of a win for playoff seedings. That's all for sports. Up next, Joe Garbacik is back with another look at our forecast.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. And I'm joined as always by head coach Mike Brennan. This week we go over the Delaware Valley game, a look ahead to Scranton, and Coach, who's our guest this week?
Quarterback Sparky Wolk.
So that's coming up this week on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Okay, well, we got some patchy frost as we go into tomorrow morning. Again, we're going to have to deal with temperatures in the 30s. After that, we got the sunshine mixed with some clouds, only in the 50s for daytime high temperatures, 60s. Going into our Wednesday and Thursday. After that, we're going to be looking at generally only in the 50s. It's going to be kind of very chilly as you go into our Friday and Saturday and see some of those overnight lows in the 30s, so I guess you can say, I almost hate to say it, but I guess turn on the heat at night, or definitely close the windows, put the extra blanket on, because it's 30s, I say it's cold.
I walked out this morning with a winter jacket on. It was cold.
Yeah.
It definitely was. I still felt like the overnight hours, the cold was there. But I want to take this time to personally say happy birthday to my dad. Today is his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I promised him I wouldn't say how old he was, but he said he doesn't feel a day over 30, so
that's good.
That's all that matters, you know, almost to my birthday. So
there you go.
We're, in his mind, we're a year apart, so that's all. But happy birthday, Dad. And to everybody else that's having a birthday today, happy birthday. Have a good night, everyone.